I'm just going to show you all of the journals, which should start here. November, December. Yeah, so it's gonna start here, and then I'll go through all the journals so that you can hear Sam's story, which is my sister. And then after that, I'll play around with some of the commentaries from the developers, and explore the house and just kind of go on with the story. But yeah, so this is for you, Tyler. Well, I'm live streaming. I'm streaming on YouTube now. Okay.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you'll it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
So I was in Europe for a couple of years. I don't know how long. Sam is 17, and her story of that was when they first moved into this house. There was a note on the. I feel like this is important. There was a note on the table, on one of the tables, that was Danny call him back. Mom, Danny's a creep. I only went over there to play Nintendo. So.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
Okay.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk. But sometimes I see her in this, army uniform. And she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school. When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call. So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that Psycho House girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the Psycho House. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow. It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
So there are cassette tapes in this game. I have to walk through the house and like show you all the cassette tapes. Like Misfits. I forgot all the other bands. But there's some like actual like real bands. And then there's Thunder. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Yeah. So Misfits, and then there's other bands, and then like there's commentary from the lead singer of one of the bands, which is actually really cool. Dealing with Roots. Okay, so Dealing with Roots, I think that's the one. So if you go up into the bathroom, I'll show you later, but there's like red crap everywhere, and it looks like blood, which is kind of creepy, but it's actually hair dye, and so they were in the bathroom dyeing Lonnie's hair.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, "I need to fix these roots. Think you could help?" Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good. "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone. Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
That tasted terrible. Ugh. Oh, God. I'm gonna go breathe in Jackie's face.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Shook up can of soda, eh? Shake, 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 shake. Okay. What? Why is it up right? I don't know. Next one.
Lonnie came over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you... And that's when she kissed me.
Yes, this one. Lonnie's
It's
in
different
the
now.
ROTC, by the way.
I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
I'm just hanging out in the basement because this is where I was beforehand, before I started this game sesh. 2 more, and then we'll travel around the house.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm.
So Lonnie's in the ROTC. Sam got accepted into this like college program for writing that she was all excited about. Again, she's 17, about ready for college, and so got a scholarship, and so yeah, I think that's all you need.
Dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Immediately after finding that like message, found this. Lonnie and Sam. So Sam was planning on buying that for the 2 of them. Last one. Come on. There you go.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, you didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl. But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Alright. That's what I have so far. Like I said, I'm exploring the house, looking for more journal entries. But whenever I find one of these, they're going to be lit up, like completely white, like the one you saw in there, and spinning like that. And I will go in and click on it, and it's just commentary from the developers. Like Sarah Grayson is the voice of Sam, but it's just commentary from the developers about stuff. Now this is the basement so far that I found, and I'm going up, if I could walk any faster, to the downstairs. and then you can go upstairs to the upstairs. All the purple crap, that is secret passageways within this house. This house is from your dead great uncle. It's from your dad's uncle, and your dad's uncle gave everything to your father, including the house that he died in, and so gets kind of creepy. But I have not done anything else. Up here. I have not done anything up here. There's a cassette player right there. That means that there's a cassette tape somewhere. But there's also scraps everywhere, so I'm going to read those. Ratmobile. Costumes, skeletons, and devils. Cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video. That's a Nirvana reference. Oh, and Kurt Cobain is dead in this. One girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. The dad is a big conspiracy theorist slash author on the Kennedy assassination, and the mom, I believe, is some sort of environmental lawyer or something like that. I don't know. Some sort of environmentalist, but the family is Christian, and there are Bibles all around the house, but it kind of seems like Sam is going off that path, not trying to not be Christian. The Psycho House Girl. The coolest stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number one, everybody in the hall thinking you don't know they're looking at you, and whispering as you walk past, because I guess they haven't heard of peripheral vision. That's a lie to mom and dad's situation, but it's so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. Everybody was moving. So these are journal entries, it looks like. I know. Girl problems. That's a little thing there, but I don't want to go up there yet. I want to examine. There are so many paths in this place. Jesus Christ. Is there anything important over here? Yes. I don't want to examine that yet. I'm going to look at that. Examine Zyme. Kicking density, patriarchy. The Great Goodfellow Riot of '95. Revolution. Revolution. Hello, Ryan. The sister, Sam, is also writing a book about pirates or something, and the first mate gets turned into a woman and is in love with the captain who is already a woman. I don't know. Black dude in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got sentenced to life in prison for killing his wife. What? Like, in real life? Okay. What? I can throw stuff too. That's fun. I can either put it back or throw it. Wipers. Women outlaws. This will show you who runs things around this joint. She's tougher than a wild Mustang. Okay. Is everything important in here? No. I still want to check over here. Dear Miss Greenbrier, I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative as well and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. So DeSoto is Lonnie's last name. Profanity, the fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. So this is the school letter. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. Okay, so Mac is in jail.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes.
Okay.
Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But but I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question.
Me.
And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my... I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
This music, though. I can throw stuff, which is really fun. So I can do that. Bye, highlighter. Alright, so cassette tape. Heavens to Betsy, that's the other one. Terrorist. Okay, so then I can... Where's the cassette tape? I can slide that in there. Didn't leave pizza. To this thing though.
Fanzines. I mean, that's one of the things that we started doing right away was doing these Riot Girl fanzines, and everyone would contribute and write, an article for it, and then we'd compile it and make these Riot Girl fanzines, and we would mail them out to people. I mean, all this is so funny to talk about it before the internet, but we used the mail, and people would write. We had a P.O. box, and we started getting letters because people would read in someone else's fanzine, there's this Riot Girl thing that started happening, right? And it just, it was the most incredible thing. It just snowballed. Girls wanted to be a part of it immediately across the country, right? So from the time we started Heavens to Betsy in 1991, I think it was only a year later, right? So 1 year of Riot Girl meetings and these letters happening and these fanzines happening. Well, a year later, we left on the Riot Girl tour, the Heavens to Betsy Bratmobile Riot Girl tour, from Olympia to D.C. Well, for some reason, it took us like almost 5 weeks to get there on this tour. And we ended up staying in D.C. another something like 5 weeks before the Riot Girl convention that happened. So that all of this, all of these fanzines, all these girls across the country started getting interested in Riot Girl, and the press just went bananas. The press attention was off the hook. New York Times, USA Today, all these journalists wanted information and wanted to interview all of us. And it was crazy. So by the time we got to the Riot Girl convention, suddenly we were truly part of a movement.
Okay, so yeah, like that's an example. It's Simmons. Hold on. Henry Simmons. Okay, Google. That's useful. Okay, Google. Henry Simmons. I heard he just got, like, arrested or something.
Henry Oswald Simmons, Jr. is an American actor.
I don't know. Jaden said that he just got arrested. Wife? For killing his wife. Okay. Nope, Jaden's just crazy, I think. Alright, that door was locked. That's why I haven't been in here yet. I'm going to explore stuff. Like this letter. Dear Head Conservationist Greenbrier, so this is to my mom. Due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation last year and the service's need for experienced personnel to direct regional operations, we would like to offer you the position of Regional Conservation Management Director, responsible for operations throughout northwestern Oregon. Your assistance would be sought to fill your previous positions on site at the Flintlock National Forest. Your new posting will be at the Regional Management Building located at 128 Bullhorn Road, which should be much more convenient for your daily commute. Shut up. Words are hard. English. Good. Please respond as soon as possible regarding your decision. We very much look forward to your reply. Signed, Bruce Pendleton, 2895. You know what I think of this pencil? Huh? You know what I think of this pencil? It's a dart. Okay. One piece of detail that I like to mention is that there is a cord for every light that goes from the lamp to from every lamp that goes from the lamp to an outlet. There's a note in that vent, and I really want to read it, but I'm going to read this first. This is conversation Sam, red or purple or whatever, Lonnie. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom. Are you gonna stop lightning? Huh? Thank you. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home she takes it out on you, like because you're not a member of the family. She knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. Where's my headset? Haha, it's okay. I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho Christian, and her new husband, Don. So, Lonnie's family, the developers like to put like a larger aspect, like a larger religious family on her, so that it's kind of more forbidden, the love between them, and kind of makes Lonnie more rebellious. Dawn is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? Whoa. No, is her answer. Alright. Alrighty. Examine magazine. Froth magazine. Music and culture. Who keeps these teenagers? Okay. Steve and Carla. These are the two main developers of the game, I think.
So earlier in an earlier version of the story in Gone Home, Sam and Lonnie got caught together, and Lonnie's dad was like an asshole about it and threatened to send Lonnie to live with her mom in Florida. And we cut that. It was too melodramatic, and it wasn't really interesting. It was an external force that was acting on them, which I wasn't super excited about in practice, and so on and so forth. But it caused there to be this concept of Lonnie's mom living in Florida, which
Florida is, of course, the worst place you can live.
well, let's not assume. But that said, it's the other side of the country, and it's totally so foreign from Oregon and everything. Also, it's where I grew up.
Yeah, that was.
So
I was kidding you.
so yes. The reason I think that Lonnie's mom lives in Florida is that I grew up in Florida, and I moved from Florida to Oregon when I was like 19, and I've been back to visit, but if someone were to say to me, "Hey Steve, do you want to go back and live in Florida?" I would take a sheet of notebook paper and I would write "no" on it, as big as you can get, and
With
hand it back to
gravestones.
you. There would be knives, there would be
Yeah.
gravestones, there would be
Dead
lightning,
face. Yeah.
big X's in the
Yeah.
eyes, vampire teeth for some reason.
I was largely unfamiliar with Florida, and my family started going there every once in a while, or when I was like in high school for Christmas, because my mom hates being cold. And
Pick the wrong goddamn
But-
place to live,
I
Mrs.
know.
Zamanja.
Yeah, well, but anyway, the only thing that I remember basically is that everybody had lawn flamingos, and we went around Christmas. So I remember hearing on the radio multiple times dogs barking Christmas carols. That's Florida.
Florida sounds cooler than I remember it being.
In my head, that's Florida right there.
Alright, the examine stub. It says national tickets. Oh, there's a condom in this game that you can find too. Just to let you know. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I want to finish the season 2 finale of Avatar now. Okay, Kink 102 FM presents. Okay. I don't want to put it back in there. I'm just going to throw it right there. Sliding doors. Oh, this was... I know that the turning doors was so hard for them to make. And... because, like, they have turning doors, but, like, the sliding doors is so much easier. And trust me, I know the difference. You probably know the difference too, Tyler, if you're reading this. Sam, the skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico. There's a skull out in the living room. And it was like $3 American bucks. I love it. Merry Christmas. Miss you. Love, Lonnie. P.S. Treasure it always. I just felt like doing that. Then watch YouTube instead. Live stream, not love stream. Sliding doors.
All of the sliding doors that you see in the game are actually, from a code perspective, drawers. When I made a thing that could slide along a track like that, for the purpose of making drawers, Steve took it and, as designers are wont to do, used it for his own purposes and came up with sliding doors in our game.
I'll check the data first. Alright. YouTube. Matt Con 623. Lights are off over here. How do I turn them on? Lights. Lighting. So turn them on out here. Where are the lights for out here? What the crap? It's supposed to be like a creepy game, but I don't know. It's like there's no jump scares. There's a Ouija board. That's about it. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna go in here and explore. Is that a knife? Someone's gonna sit on that. Writing Sam. No, I'm going to explore before I do stuff like that. Examine pamphlet. Why is there so much stuff on top? No! Hi, Jan. My mom's name is Jan. Who else is in our squad? Okay, hi Jan. I got 2 tickets for Oof on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. Oh yeah. So the mother and father are having troubles in the bedroom. There's like a honeymoon, but so you're not loving after your honeymoon. Or, I don't know. They're having troubles. So this might mean that mom is into another guy. I don't know. So that leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in. More through clearing brush and the freezing rain, right? Great. Anything else to pick up? Nope. Towels and dishes. Crap. Ooh, another room. I want to go in. Where's the entrance? Oh, crap. Ideals. Yeah, sure. Yep.
You know, it's really about the ideals that we were trying to get across in our music. You know, I think that the move to equality for women and for everyone in the U.S. is something that we all want to be a part of, right? And we used Riot Grrrl and we used music as the tool for that, you know. And that, but it's really, to me, it's about equality for everyone. That I think is the key, and that's why young people really feel passionate, and they listen to the music and they hear that that passion, and that's what they connect with.
Okay, so that must be the entrance. Okay. So yeah, this game takes place in '95, but was initially released in 2013. So don't give up on this, honey. Oh, so yeah, this was one of my dad's, one of the dad's books. 6 gigs and 8 days left. Link to the vid afterwards. Alright, so yeah, the dad was getting frustrated with writing that, and I like to throw stuff. I don't like to put it back, because it's extremely satisfying to just throw stuff. First off, congratulations, Janice Greenbrier, regional director, and I say, so this is Mom's roommate in college. She's from Canada. But yeah, so she's from Canada, and this is her roommate. She has a couple of letters around the house. Janice Greenbrier, regional director, and I say congratulations, because come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast! But you sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. I can't read cursive. You're sure there's something there? You said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You're sure they're not serious? Okay, so yeah, looks like Mom's trying to get with some other guy other than Dad. Okay, do we have to figure out when we'll see Jack other next in person? I don't know what that says. In person enough with the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Soon. Very soon. Okay. Close the door. Close the door. That was lame. Nothing on the table here. Except for folder. Examine slip. Disciplinary referral for Samantha through Greenbrier. No, not the cup, not the cup. Ugh. Alright, I saved the cup. Shut up, lightning. God, distributing inappropriate materials on school ground. What were these inappropriate materials, young lady? Phone call to the student's parents, out of school suspension for 4 days. Examine note. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges. Ew. And from using your car for anything except going to and proms? To and from. What did I say? Prom. To and from school. We understand that what you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, Once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. Ooh. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so we won't have this happen again. There it is.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Again, this takes place in 95 when parents couldn't accept this. Alright, so this is another postcard that I sent. Hi, Mom and Dad. Shut up screaming. I swear to God, it's not like scary, it's just annoying. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've got to see all of the art, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. Ha ha ha. Classic comedy. Mom will have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics as in pieces of important dead people. So you should probably come too. Next stop, Barcelona. Come down, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull, probably. Love, Katie. God, no butts in heaven. Ha. Ha. It's a butt. Okay. Throw that. And then click on Writing Sam. After I go greet my
Writing
cousin.
Sam was a
I'm gonna go greet my cousin real quick. I'll be back. So I need to cut that last hour out of the video because I got carried away with a conversation with my grandparents.
Unique challenge, just in the sense of, on the one hand, it was very much from my personal experience because it's about being a teenager and my memories from that time, you know, as an individual, but also who Sam was and came about as a result of kind of problem solving that we were doing, that Carla and I were doing, just figuring out what the story and what the conflict in the story was going to be. So, you know, by the time we figured out this was all going to take place in one house, and the conflict was going to be between the members of this family, and it had to be kind of irreconcilable differences that would cause serious drama between the members of this family, you know, we started thinking, what form could that take? You know, could it be that the teenager of the family falls in love with somebody that they're not supposed to and the parents don't agree? And what is the contemporary version of that? And so, you know, we at some point decided that we were going to write Sam as a gay character who had fallen in love with another girl, and what conflict would that cause within the family, right?
And we were excited about that opportunity just because of the paucity of that kind of, you know, narrative in games. And you know, I remember when we came up with that concept, just being like, "Oh man, this is gonna be good. We actually get to do this," which is really cool. But anyway, we actually, you know, yeah, we had to do a lot of work to make it plausible.
Right. Well, because the other side of it is that, you know, I'm the writer on the game, and on the one hand, a lot of teenage experience is universal. But I also, at some point, just had that very clear realization of, okay, I have just signed up for writing a gay teenage girl. Two out of the three aspects of that character are not something that I've actually lived through. Mm-hmm. And so it was impressed upon me, especially like when I was working at Irrational, how important research was to getting your fiction right. Whether it's, you know, very practical terms like how something works mechanically, to what the characterization of the individuals in your story might be. And so, you know, my process was reading a lot of blogs about people's actual experiences growing up, being gay and being female, and reading fiction and nonfiction about people's experience, and doing original interviews with people that I knew in my life, and asking them about what they remember about growing up with these experiences, and being able to actually, you know, ask follow-up questions. And I'm really grateful to all the people who have shared their experiences through writing and who were willing to share their experiences with me, personally, talking to me into a microphone so that I could refer to it later, which is just a huge leap for someone to take, to talk about their own, you know, coming of age and all of those very personal experiences. But, you know, I couldn't have gone into writing this character with just saying, well, I'll just assume that I'll do an okay job and write it however it seems like I should, and instead saying, you have to take this seriously, and you have to actually reach out to people who have lived it, so that when you're writing this character, it represents the experience of people like her in a way that is plausible and respectful and
authentic.
Yeah, that represents them in a way that you know, doesn't cheapen the experience that they've had by relying on cliches or just kind of your expectations as an outsider.
All right, cool. So that was actually really interesting. Back of cards, cassette. I totally did not examine the tape. Bratmobile, some special from Lori.